Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Santa's Workshop. Thank y'all for joining me here today. As always, plans going toward mice and men always seem to be interrupted. I have no idea how that saying goes. I just try to make myself sound educated. It's going to get on Mr. J's pickup today. Do a little bit of frame work to it. Get this front end finished up. As you can see, I cleaned out in front of it here. And my focus is not working on me. There it is. Cleaned out in front of it here. Getting things ready. Went to get my welder ready. And the MIG wire has rusted inside the liner. So, I can't do any welding. And when I get these things measured up, I've got to make sure that I have that welder ready to go. So today's video got interrupted again. Because of this, what I want to do is I want to take a little bit of time on this video, and there's several who have joined us has no idea about Mr. J's pickup. This pickup belongs to a gentleman here in town, and he has been screwed over on it a couple of times. And I took this on. I told him, I said, there's no timeline on it. I cannot give you a finish date because I'm struggling with my health, my issues, everything, as well as, you know, trying to work on my projects too. Well, last year he called me and told me that he didn't want to put any more money into it, and I understood. It really upset me, but I misunderstood him. And he called me the other day, and he's wanting me back on it. He wants this thing to go, so we're going to do it. But before I can really get on this thing and give it the attention it needs, I want to do a quick pan of the shop here. Over there on that table in the background is the 700 R4 transmission parts. There is the 350 for the Caballero. There's a video that I've got to get done. There's another video that I've got to get done. These are product videos, which they don't take nothing to do and get those done. And then I've got El Caballero over here. I've got to get in here and clean shop. And my wife has been having health problems. I've been having a few. We've been just going and going and going. And needless to say, I have fallen behind on my duties at the house, as well as here, as well as helping out my mother, who is 91 now. Happy birthday, Mom. And there's only me. I'm a one-man show. Austin lives 45 miles away, and the people he works for have him working overtime. Delbert can only come down on weekends, and he's traveling from 80 miles away. Brian, he comes over when he can, when he's able to. He lives 30 miles away. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere by myself, pretty much. So I'm what you would call a one-man show. I don't have a crew. I don't have people editing. Editing, I do myself. Filming, I do myself. When I do have people here, it helps me. And I want to tell you, when you're by yourself, it gets rather depressing at times. But I'm saying all this to tell you what I want to be doing. In this video, we're going to kind of go over Jim's pickup, what I've done, what needs to be done to get this thing a running and driving vehicle. I want to show you clips of what I have done in the past, what the frame and everything looked like when I started. Oh, it was a mess. But for the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be running reruns. I know everybody's seen them before, but if you could, please watch them, let them play. Keep the algorithm with YouTube up. And during this 3 weeks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean shop. I'm going to work at the house, get things done there. I'm going to work at my mom's, get things done there. But I'm also going to be shooting content. While I am shooting content, I'm going to be saving all the clips. So when I do come back, you will have good, well put together, thought out videos instead of just the small, short things I've been doing over the past month. Between doctor's visits and everything else, I've got a John Deere tractor sitting in front. I've got to put a Freon in for a neighbor. It's just always something. But that's what I'm going to do. For the next 3 weeks, it's going to be reruns, so I don't have to sit and edit and come up with the film. I want to get a little ahead. And please bear with me. I know I'm not a professional YouTuber, don't claim to be one. I'm just an old fella who's decided to show you some of my projects and what I do. So, I love YouTube, I love doing it. Just got to have some time to get things caught up around here. So, let's go over Jen's pickup a little bit, and I'll tell you about it. I will put in some clips from previous videos showing different things. I will voice over on them. That way you can see where we're at, where it came from, what we're going toward. So hopefully y'all enjoy this video, but I promise you I will be back. Guns a blazing and tools a flying, because we're going to get some stuff done, because I want to get that El Camino, or El Caballero, running and driving. I won't be on the road, but I want to be able to drive it in and out of the shop, around the shop, blah, blah. Jen's pickup, I want to get it done, get it painted. I've got a paint booth now. Thank you, Jason S. God love you, fella. It's an inflatable paint booth, and it is big enough. The shop is big enough. From that support to that support, all the way back, this paint booth is going to take up this area. So we have to clean this out. So when I get to painting full vehicles, Jim's, that one, T-Bucket, Monkey Wrench Mike is bringing one for me to paint. I've got Bryson's car I need to paint. We're going to be doing a lot of painting this year. So I've got to get situated in here where I can do this. I want to get all these parts put up. There's just so much to do and so little of me to do it. But anyways, Jen's pickup. Let's take a look over here. It needs a bath, but as you can see, I've got the rear end, I've got the 4-link, we got the fuel lines, we got brake lines, all new. Got the tank mounted, got his gauge set in there. We're going to have to figure out how we're going to run the filler tube once we get the bed on. And that's what I'm trying to do, plan to do. I need help getting the hood set on. And I've got to get this front end squared up so I can find out exactly where this bumper is going to sit. Ever since I cracked my screen, it's not focusing well. But this is how they left the frames for me. Just chopped off, flat, nowhere to lap, do a fish plate or anything. So I'm going to have to deal with that the best I can. But the engine's been sitting a while, so we're going to oil it up. I've got a oil pump primer. We're going to prime it, get it turned over. We've got the cylinders oiled, so there should be no rust in there. But this is a brand new engine, and we're going to get it ready to run. We've got his radiator right there in the cab. He's got a new steering column. I got to get that mounted and get it figured in. I got the underside of the cab painted with Pour 15, so we're no rust. And this cab has no rust. It's already been worked out. It's kind of rough at the top, which that shouldn't take no time to take care of. I've got a new dent puller. Thank you, Jason S. I am chomping at the bit to try it out. There it is, sitting in the middle of that dirty table over there. But yeah, I've being a one-man show has been kind of rough. Everybody living so far away, and it'd be nice if I could hire somebody to come in and help, like some of the bigger YouTubers. But you know, that's a long time coming. But we need to get this thing outside and get it washed and scrub it a little bit, get the bird poop off of it from when it was outside, and get the doors sanded down. And come on, focus, there you go. Get the doors sanded down, the fender sanded down, get us some primer, epoxy primer on it. And I want to try, I've been told, and you know, newer body men can tell me, back when I was doing it, you didn't put Bondo over primer. You put it on bare metal. You sand it down, then you primered it and feathered it out. Now with this epoxy primer, they say you primer it first, then you put the Bondo on. That's just really hard to wrap my head around, being an old body schooler or body man. But if that's the way you do it, that's the way I need to learn to do it. So, that being said, we're going to do it. I've got an appointment with the sandblaster to get the Caballero wheels blasted. I'm going to get a couple of gems blasted. I think they're sitting right in here. Yeah, somebody had tried to paint them before and just really messed them up. So I'm going to get them sandblasted. We're going to get epoxy primer on them and get that done. But I want to stop this right here, and we're going to go in and show you a little bit of what we've went through on this pickup already. First thing we're going to do is strip everything off this frame and find out where they have messed this up. I want you to look at this most awful welding job. That is horrendous. Why they did it like that, I do not know. But I will plate it. I will get it looking right. And we're going to make this thing a nice truck. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we have got the frame boxed right up here at the front, right where that other mounts on. I left those openings there so we could run lines, electrical, whatever through, as well as it won't hold water and mud. It'll wash out, it'll flow through there. So that'll take away a rust spot. I did the weldable primer on the inside. You can see where I cleaned up and re-welded. I actually welded there underneath where the mounting cab brackets are going to be. And I don't think we're going to have any issues whatsoever with strength on this frame now. So I got that done. I want to get the cab mounts cleaned up, get them bolted back on. Then we're going to take this back end apart. I'm going to take the tank out, take the springs off. I'm going to have to cut the rivets on the brackets. This one bracket here is actually welded, so I'm going to have to cut it, grind it down and clean it up. Get this rear end out of the way. All right, there you go. Now, as I said, I am going to be shooting content. Delbert's going to be coming down and helping me. Austin, if he can. Brian, of course, will be here. But I'm hoping to have this shop completely rearranged. I want to set the camera upstairs, and I'll film us going through here cleaning, just so you can see how much of them, how much we had to go through. Guys, I'm sorry I'm going to have to take a 3-week sabbatical, but I've got to get things done and be able to concentrate. And I've just got to get things prioritized so I can make things more seamlessly. Health problems kind of threw a wrench in it, and I'm so glad everything is taken care of, getting better every day. That's helped me a lot. With with her recovering, but it's hard being a one-man show. But we'll get there. I'll show you what I can do, and by golly, when things get straightened out, hang on, because we're going to be flying. But anyways, I think that's it for this video. We're going to have a couple of product videos coming out. I've got the bicycle, got an electric lawnmower. I thought that would be good to have for around the shop. And my sister goes out to the cemetery and mows a plot occasionally, and that would be something lightweight, easy for her to carry with her. So, thank you all so much. Thank you for all the new subscriptions. 23,000 and still climbing. God, I love y'all. Thank you for everybody who has contributed to Caballero. That's going to start really clicking along once I can get that frame and suspension finished out, get the motor in, transmission, drive line, set the cab back down. As soon as I get that cab back down, radiator support. We've got the radiator from Alloy Works. I'm going to contact them and see if they'll send me another one, just to get an upgraded, newer radiator. I've got all the stuff for the air conditioning. I got to get the powder coater going. That'll be more videos, powder coating. I've got it going. It's just I got to get everything ready to go into it. So yeah, there's a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do, and only me to do it. So bear with me. We're going to get it done, and we are going to come back bigger and better. We will see y'all in 3 weeks. Well, we'll see you before then. But keep sending me those comments. Keep engaging with me. I'll send you update pictures on the community page. Guys, love y'all. We're going to get better. Thank you. See you next time. Santa's Workshop.